Kendall Jenner is defending herself by dispelling the myth that she's a nasty girl. The 26-year-old supermodel termed the allusion to herself and her family on Thursday's episode of the family drama The Kardashians on Hulu out of hand. Keep watching this video to find out more on Kendall Jenner is a mean girl. Battling anxiety. When speaking about her anxiety in large groups, Jenner said, "Anything I do gets hate." The founder of 818 Tequila noted that she might be doing nothing at all while walking down the street and always hear someone saying anything negative. She addressed her anxiety during the episode while on a business trip to Las Vegas. Jenner acknowledged that she believes that people's perception of her as a cruel girl are the ones that hurt the most. "It hurts," Jenner claimed, "since it simply is not the case. When someone is putting your character into question, it can be upsetting, and she wishes that people would think differently about her if they knew who she was." Jenner claimed that the Las Vegas office party was extremely overwhelming, and that she craved the polar opposite conditions. Jenner stated that she would want to be off the Vegas circuit and living on a farm in Wyoming with plenty of animals. A couple of Kendall's close pals, including Hailey Bieber, went on the trip in her place after her sister Kylie Jenner abruptly canceled. Don't worry though, she still lent them her private jet. They got together with other friends for a wonderful dinner party while they were in Las Vegas. The model continued by explaining why she doesn't frequently ask her friends to join her on set. The Hulu episode. She also talked about how she struggled with celebrity when she was younger and made her debut on the family's first reality show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians, at the age of just 11. As some of her classmates would beg to come over to appear on the show, which ran from 2007 to 2021, Jenner, who co-starred with her sisters Kylie Jenner and Kim, Kourtney, Khloe, and Rob Kardashian, admitted to putting up walls with pals. Of her struggle to adjust to the spotlight, she said, "When it comes to like friends being on the show, it went back a really long time when I was in middle school and the show had just started, and friends at school were a little sus." As it seems sort of odd, Jenner claimed that she felt uncomfortable bringing people over to her house to be on the show, as a result of being seen talking to her closest friend Stacey during Bella Hadid's historic moment at the Copernic Paris Fashion Week show. Kendall's sister Kylie Jenner previously responded to a mean girl insult. A social media user claimed the conversation between the two on the front row of the show, where Hadid had her garments spray painted, was giving very much mean girls vibes. Numerous individuals made assumptions about what the two might have been discussing, with one tweeting, "Not sure, but it looks like Kylie and Stacey in the crowd grinning and joking as art is happening. And for some reason, I don't know why, but it's giving very much mean girls vibes." A history of multiple racist offenses. Let's discuss how Kendall's portrayal in the Pepsi advertisement might have been one of the occasions when the public didn't react favorably to Kendall. The commercial featured appealing young people holding ambiguous signs that read, "Join the conversation." The protesters can be seen giving high fives, cuddling, cheering, and generally beaming and smiling. A white woman called Kendall Jenner presents a can of Pepsi to a police officer in the critical scene of the advertisement, and the officer accepts it with a grateful smile and roar of excitement. Pepsi was criticized for downplaying the feelings of individuals who participated in the protests and accused of appropriating key moments from the Black Lives Matter movement. Pepsi quickly took down the advertisement after the problem, and Jenner faced harsh criticism. It appears that Kendall had already faced criticism before the Pepsi incident after receiving backlash for taking part in a ballet photo shoot for Vogue Spain while dancing about in a tutu and pointed shoes. Since Kendall didn't invest the time and effort required for professional dancers to advance their careers, many people were incensed by her appropriation of ballerinas. For a number of reasons, including their frequent use of cornrows, Kendall and her sisters have in the past faced accusations of cultural appropriation. The sisters have received bogus credit for starting new fashion, while omitting to mention the real motivation behind their hairstyles. They have also come under fire for allegedly drawing inspiration from black women, but staying mute regarding the hashtag Black Lives Matter movement. For example, it is falsely claimed that Kim Kardashian made braids famous. African women have sported the hairstyle for decades. Although Kendall no longer wears cornrows due to criticism she received for doing so in the past, her sisters are still commonly cited with braids. Being hated as a pretty girl. It's true that attractive women and models are generally despised, but the fact that Kendall draws criticism particularly when she ought to be celebrated for reaching the height of her profession. Although Kendall recently graced the 10th anniversary cover of Vogue India, many readers and Vogue devotees were disappointed that an Indian model wasn't chosen for such a significant occasion. There are a ton of gorgeous Indian women, so one Twitter user questioned why Vogue chose Kendall, an American woman who's white. In conclusion, it's true that Kendall Jenner has her own share of battles, whether it be about anxiety, widespread public criticism, and even when it comes to serious issues such as racial offenses. Now, it's true that Jenner isn't always directly responsible for things like the Pepsi ad, but it all adds up to a person's public image eventually.